everybody. It's John, your Indian cinemaniac, with another. No, it's not. It's not another 10-ish-minute review. I'm going to try something a little different tonight. So, like I said on the last review I did of Sarpada, um, I'm going to do something a little different, and I want to explain why. So, recently I watched or I reviewed a Dil Dhadakne Do, and they did this musical number at the end of in the credits that looked like a musical number you'd see in a Broadway show. It was this great scene on a fake set of a cruise ship, and it was kind of I don't know if it was done in one take, but the camera's flying all over the place, and it had this really catchy tune. And it's the title song, as a matter of fact. So I decided to go back and talk about my favorite songs from films that all the Indian films that I've watched over the last couple of years. Now, I understand whenever you put out a list like this, some of you are going to agree, some of you aren't. So I just want to explain my criteria of how I picked the. I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I have eight songs. So what I picked um, was it a catchy song that stuck in my head? And some of these songs, once I first saw them, I continued to watch them on YouTube, not just for the music, but for the whatever was filmed, the dance number usually. And there's out of all the movies I've seen, it's not like that happens in every movie, and it doesn't mean it takes away from background scores or other musical numbers. I'm just telling you, these are the ones that I continue to listen to and watch videos of now. Okay, that's my criteria, and this is in no particular order other than the first one. And the first one I am picking is from 2022's RRR. And the song is Nacho Nacho, or I think in the film they call it Naatu Naatu. I'm not sure which is which because I might have seen a bad dub. Um, and the reason I pick this one especially and why I'm putting it first. So, this is how the whole Indian film thing started was with RRR. Drew brought it for a never seen film. And I knew nothing about Indian films other than like from the 70s. So first of all, the movie was crazy, but what I didn't know, I had no idea how important musical numbers are in Indian films. So when I saw that number, and it was the most amazing thing that dance number. And I thought to myself, because that was a pretty heavy film. In the middle of this heavy film, they dropped this unbelievable, well choreographed and performed musical number. And I said, "What is that about?" And I drove my wife crazy because for a couple of weeks after that, I was playing it every single day. And I have a giant TV in our living room, and it was playing all the time. And it won Oscar for best song too. So for me, that got the whole thing going, and it was just a wonderful surprise to see that in a film like that. Okay, so the second film, again, not in an order, but the reason what that got me thinking about the songs is, and I've already mentioned it, Dil Dhadakne Do. I just love that number. The First of all, the song is really, really catchy. It's got a real great beat to it, but the sheer joy of the entire cast that is in that number, young as well as older, just totally getting into it, and the colors, and the guys and the girls look fantastic, and you think about that cast, good, a bunch of good looking people.
क्या कहेंगे छोड़ो सारे ऐसे तुम बहाने धड़कने दो
But I just love it was almost like a fantasy number because the sets were kind of painted, it's a cruise ship, but it's like a cartoon cruise ship almost. I just love that number. And since I've seen that movie, I've watched that video over and over again because I just love it. So that's number two. Number three is 2007 from Taare Zameen Par, like Stars on Earth, Bum Bole. It's another number that after I saw it in the film, I just keep playing it. And that film is one of my top five. I love that film. I love it for the story. I love it for the young boy in that film is amazing. And that first hour of that film is a tough film to watch because that kid is beat down. And this song, Bum Bum Bole, where they introduce Aamir Khan's character, is just this wonderful, silly, joyous, a bunch of young boys singing the song. Another one that I played over and over again. It's just so well done.
या फिर गुस्से में कुछ बड़बड़ाते रहे खुल के सोचे आओ पंख जरा फैलाओ रंग नए बिखराओ चलो 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 नए ख्वाब बुन ले
And Amir Khan does a great job in that too. And you guys all know what a big fan of him I am. But that movie was about the kid, and the kid was phenomenal. And that once that scene happens in the movie, the entire movie takes a different shift. And so that's why I picked that one. Just love it. Again, I drive my wife crazy with that. Okay, this one you're gonna hate, but I don't care. 2013's Dhoom 3, the Dhoom Tap. Now you're like, wow, that movie was terrible. Everyone hates that movie. I love that movie. Amir Khan elevated that movie. But even having said that, I am a huge Gene Kelly fan. Huge. Eleanor Powell, too. Look her up on YouTube. Greatest female tap dancer ever. Phenomenal. But that number is, it's, I think of like some Bollywood musical numbers, right? And they're good, but this was like what's the word I want to use? What's that? Not goth. Goth's not there. Punk, steampunk. That's what it reminded me of. And it's choreographed well. They're in this looks like a warehouse or something with metal grating, and there's a big cast behind Amir Khan's character, and they're all stomping, and he's doing his tap thing. I just love the dance number, even more than the song. The song was okay, but that's not why you watch that number. It's the dancing, and I love the dancing in that. I love the way they do that. It's very muscular. It just fits. It fits the setting. It fits the movie. It fits his character. So loved it. So Dhoom 3, Dhoom Tap. Okay, since we're talking about Dhoom, 2006 Dhoom 2. The theme song is Dhoom, Dhoom Mahale, Dhoom Mahale. And that number with Hrithik Roshan. Now, I saw Hrithik Roshan in a couple of things before I saw that, and I did not know that he is known for his dancing. And first of all, that theme song plays throughout the 3 Dhoom movies, okay, but never quite like this. And they do this giant dance number, and he's just, the way he moves, for such a big guy, he just moves great. lyric is good, but the dance number when they're all dancing in unison and he's at the center of it, everybody's sweaty. It's a great number. And I reviewed this movie too. I've reviewed all three, but he's the reason why you watch this movie because the other guys, Chopra and Buck Chan, they're okay. He's the reason why you watch it. I mean, come on, he snowboards on the sand. I mean, but this dance number, and that's when I started doing a little background on Hrithik Roshan, and you find out he's been dancing, forever. He's phenomenal, and that's why I love that number. Okay, here's a little change of pace for you. 1957's Payasa. Now you're going to say, well, what song did you like in that? I love Johnny Walker's Sar Jo Chakray. It was just this. He plays like this guy that does scalp massages, and he's just walking through the street with his vending box and everything, singing this happy song about what he does. And there were other good songs in this, but for me, that's the one that stood out. That's the one that I remembered. That's the one that I go back to.
सर जो तेरा चकराए या दिल डूबा जाए आजा प्यारे पास हमारे काहे घबराए
मालिश तेल मालिश
सर जो तेरा चकराए या दिल डूबा जाए आजा प्यारे पास हमारे काहे घबराए.
And when I saw him in a movie later on, when he was much older, I said, "That's Johnny Walker. That's the guy from that movie." So for me, that's an old classic. So I loved it. It was a storytelling song, like they all are, but it was just him telling the story, and it was funny and in a very serious movie. And it stood out for me. So I really enjoyed that number. So let's see. Okay, two left. I'm going to pick from 2023, Jawan, Zinda Banda. Now, let me just say this. Was it a great song, a memorable song that I play over and over again? No. But the reason why I picked it was that was one of the first Indian films I saw in a movie theater. And
देख हिम्मत से नाचो थिरक थिरक यारो धरती हिला दो थिरक थिरक रे माटी का बादल फक फक जाए अंबर झुका दो थिरक थिरक रे.
it was awesome to see it on the big screen and have people react to the number. So that's why I picked that. I was like, now I can understand, the way people go crazy in Indian cinemas when musical numbers come on and they react. And that was pretty cool to see that in the movie theater. That's why I picked that song. Okay. So in the last one, and I'll have to say that I think this is my favorite one out of them all for a number of reasons. But it's from 2009's Three Idiots. Number one, Three Idiots is probably my favorite Indian film that I've seen. I love that film. It was also my introduction to Aamir Khan. I had no idea who that guy was. And I said, when we were reviewing it, I said to my brother, I don't know who that guy is, but boy, he just stood out so much compared to everybody else. And it also was my introduction to oh my God, Kapoor. Ooh, hubba hubba. So my favorite song is Zubi Doobie.
Zubi Doobie nache क्यों पागल stupid man.
Zubi doobie pampara, zubi doobie parampa. Zubi doobie nache
क्यों पागल stupid man. Zubi
doobie doobie pampara,
I love that song. I play it over and over again. My wife goes nuts. She goes, "You playing that again?" Because they do a couple of things. One, which was funny, because as I was watching, sorry, I'm looking up something. Kareena Kapoor. Geez, I couldn't remember her first name. How bad is that? Um, there was a scene in Pyaasa, a fantasy musical number. And when I saw it, I said, wait a minute, that happened in Zubi Doobie. There was a point in Zubi Doobie where they come down this big staircase or a pathway and the moon's in the background. That was right out of Pyaasa. So that was a tribute to Pyaasa. So it's a memorable song. I love the song. I have it as a ringtone. That's how much I love it. It also, like I said, introduction of Aamir Khan and Kareena Kapoor. So for me, I'm putting that up there at number 1B, I'll call it. Because remember, RRR started the journey, but Zubi Doobie loved that song. So that's it. That's a little change of pace for you. I just wanted you to know what songs really stick out in my head. I'm sure you guys, you might agree with some. You probably don't agree with all. Let me know. Now, I would ask this rather than tell me your favorite song from a movie I haven't seen. I would prefer you give me a song, make the case for a song from a movie that I have seen. Okay. So that way, at least I'll have a reference point. But let me know what you think in the comment section. I always appreciate the feedback. I appreciate your opinions. I appreciate when you don't like my opinion because that's what it's about. Why do this? You know, you don't want everyone to agree with you. Some people do, some people don't. Anyway, that's it. So, well, next review, we're going to do Johnny Gadar. Okay, so that's the next one, the next 10ish minute review. And I've got about 15 more that I got to get through. I might mix it up in between. I might, if something new comes out, I might watch that. I might watch a series. Who knows? But anyway, I'm just going to keep these suckers cranking out. Just a reminder, the following week, the big show is going to be reviewing Barfi. The whole group's going to talk about Barfi, a film that I already did a 10ish minute review on. That's it. So until then, Zubi Doobie Doobie Dip.
Zubi Doobie Pampara, Zubi Doobie Parampam. Zubi Doobie Nache, que pagal stupid man.